Arnold Kemel, assisted by the lead facilitator Thomas Groins, to issue certificates to the first batch of 12 Pssm students. Captain, welcome sir, Captain Mehari Aran Kibrom. Major Abraham Apte. The two of them are coming from Eritrea. Police Major Ahmed Ali Ahmed Abdirahman from Sudan. SP Kelvin Edkam Sabila from Tanzania. Captain Said Ali Kongi, also from Tanzania. AIB Daria Murapirwa from Rwanda. Deputy Inspector Kumesh Uluka Doba from Ethiopia. Inspector Muluban Bere Alemu, yes, sir, also from Ethiopia. First Lieutenant Diana Jackson Sadarak Idris, yes, sir, from South Sudan. Sachinakwek Mamer Yuol Dok. She is also from South Sudan. Lieutenant Edison Musihime from Uganda. Inspector Sylvester Okiria from also Uganda. Sir, I request that you be seated. The next batch of the certificates will be issued by International Peace Support Training Center Director, Madam Brigadier Joyce Sitine. Welcome, ma'am. Koplo Ninakor Kipkemo Cheruyot. Sachin Paul Kibroti Rono from KWS, Kenya Wildlife Services. Lieutenant Cornelius Kibruto from Kenya. Major Sadrine Marie from Rwanda. Captain Peter Kimodo Njoroke. Sachin Nancy Wanchiku Karoki.
Sir.
Koblo Jane Wanjiru. Deputy Inspector Vardrosa Omar. Point to note, sir, is that she is the first lady to train for Pssm from Somalia. Major Nicholas Bruno.
Sir.
From United States of America. Sergeant Severholt of country.
Sir.
Also from United States of America. SFC La Vam, also from United States of America.
Sir.
Ma'am, I request that you be seated. The next batch of the certificate will be issued by Kenya National Focal Point, Senior AIGB Jacinta Mudhoni, and also assisted by the lead facilitator. Welcome, ma'am. So these are the senior instructor candidates, and they will be issued with a certificate and a patch. Captain Daniel Kitenge.
Sir.
Major Louis Marison Wakisa. He is from Burundi. Louis Marison is coming from Uganda. Janet Muko from Kenya. Sachin Janet Muko. She is from KWS, and she's also the first lady from KWS to train for Pssm, and currently is an instructor, and now been promoted to senior instructor. The next is CIP Mark Abimana. He is away on mission, and he will be issued later, the certificate. So, ma'am, senior instructor candidates now will be issued. The instructor candidates. Oh yeah. Sorry. Daniel Aseva Sinabu. Sorry for that error. He is from Ethiopia. The next batch of instructors will be issued by Executive Secretary of REXA. Welcome, sir. Captain Thomas Ndufi Kialo. So these are the new instructors, and they will be issued with a patch together with their certificate. Major Alice Ayuma Indimuli. Warrant Officer 2 Billion Chelangat. Senior Sergeant Jacob Nyaka Mundia.
Sir.
Inspector of Police Pamela Mudhoni Kideka.
Sir.
Pamela,
Sir.
she comes from Kenya National Focal Point, and also the first lady to learn to be a Pssm instructor from the Kenya National Focal Point. Sir, I request that you be seated. The next batch of the certificates will be issued by Deputy Commandant on this. And because he is not there, I request Eric Kairanga to come forward. I will request one of the directors from Rexa to come forward. Training. Lieutenant Hussein Almas Hussein from Kenya. ASP Samuel Anyanda from Uganda. Chief Inspector Diriba Shibalo Rare.
Sir.
From Ethiopia. Lieutenant Frank Masaka Wambura from Tanzania.
Sir.
Mrs. Judith Afuna from Rexa. And followed by Mr. Eric Kairanga, also from Rexa. End of the issue of the certificates. I now take this opportunity to invite student representative to make his remarks on behalf of the participants. Lieutenant Edison Musime from Uganda.
PS Interior, Secretary General, Ministry of Defense, Australia, Director, IPSTC, Mbaki, Garrison Commander, Rexa Executive Secretary, Director, Kenya National Focal Point on Small Arms and Light Weapon, Bonn International Central for Inflation and Studies, CREP, senior officers present, MCAG team, Rexa team, IPSTC staff, instructors, and course participants. Good morning. I am Lieutenant Edison Musime from Uganda, People's Defense Force. On behalf of the course participant, I take this opportunity to thank the Pssm team who organized this very important course that started on 17th to 21st, which is today, 2025. The course has enabled us, the team, to achieve knowledge, stockpile management skills, and other topics covered during this training. The course has enhanced our understanding on the topics which we are covered during the course and has brought our significant lessons which are important to our day-to-day duties. On behalf of our fellow course participants, I wish to thank the MCAG, BICC, and the Pssm for the facilitation of this course. The lesson learned shall be beneficial to us while conducting our future assignment in our countries. Sir, the Chief Instructor, sir, I request you stand as we give our loud praise to our facilitators.
Asante sana.
Thank you very much, our representative for the students or the participants. Now I take this opportunity to invite the lead facilitator to give his remarks. Colonel Cranes, welcome, sir.
I don't need the mic. Principal Secretary, Secretary General,
Director IPSTC, Executive Secretary of REXA, high-ranking ambassadors, ladies and gentlemen. I'm standing here with a wide smile because I was here in that project when we initiated it more than 1 decade ago. I've been participating in all the seminars, so it's my 23rd time being here at the IPSTC. When I see the figures we have reached in the last 12 or 13 years, I say only 500 students in that environment, together with the national trainings conducted by REXA, we are talking about a training of 1,000 people out of, I don't know, 11, 12, 13, 15 different countries out of the Eastern African region. We trained and give REXA the possibility, a trainer's pool from approximately 50 Pssm instructors, also of a large amount of different countries. And last but not least, we trained a group of meanwhile 18 senior instructors. They have the ability now to train all the people what you need. They train trainers, they can train senior instructors, and therefore we are coming to an end after a long period with that project. And I'm really, really proud what we achieved. And last but not least, I have a request to the representatives of the countries of REXA. These people we trained here, okay, they are now have a badge as an instructor or as a senior instructor. But all the students which participated in that program, that's an important tool what you now have in your country. The task is not to produce trainers for the regional organization REXA. The task was to produce people with knowledge, and the task of all of them sitting here is now going back home, having a look to their facilities and check how should it be, and start to improve the facilities. And then we can work all together to make the world a little bit more secure in the ammunition or weapons issue. Thank you very much for supporting us, especially IPSTC, as the host facility since the last years. Of course, REXA is our partner in the whole process, because without a regional organization you cannot reach that. And all my trainers, my methodic and didactic experts, the seniors and everything. So we are welcoming all of you to the Pssm family. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, lead facilitator. Now, sir, I take this opportunity to invite Executive Secretary, Regional Coordination of Small Arms, Small Weapons and Light Weapons. Okay.
Yeah. Our guest, Dr. Raymond Omulo, Principal Secretary, State Department of Interior and National Administration, Dr. Arnold Kamel, Secretary General, Ministry of Defense, Austria, Brigadier General Reinhard Vartok, Director of Defense Policy and International Relations, His Excellency Dr. Bernard Yohana Kibese, High Commissioner of United Republic of Tanzania, or his representative of the Ambassador of the Federal Democratic Republic of Ethiopia, representative of the High Commission of Rwanda, representative of the Ambassador of the Republic of Burundi, CSP Elias Kasi Rabo, representing the High Commission of Uganda, SAID Jacinta Mutoni, Director of Kenya National Focal Point on small arm and the light weapon, Pssm course instructor and the facilitator, distinguished participants, ladies and gentlemen. It is both an honor and a profound privilege to stand before you today as we mark the closing of the March 2025 Physical Security and the Stockpile Management course. This moment is particularly significant as it is concludes not only the mission but also the final chapter of the transformation program held biannually since 2012. Over these 13 years, this course has become a cornerstone of regional collaboration, equipping, we have seen this morning, more than 500 law enforcement officers across defense, police, and wildlife, establishing system and standard to safeguard and properly manage the weapon and the ammunition in accordance with internationally recognized best practices. Today, we celebrate more than a training program. We celebrate a legacy of commitment to small arm control. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, the Pssm training embodies the very essence of collective action envisioned by critical instruments such as the Nairobi Protocol, which calls for regional cooperation to combat the illicit proliferation of small arms by assuring that weapons and ammunition are stored securely, marked effectively, and managed responsibly. Pssm directly disrupts the diversion of arms to criminal network and conflict zones. This aligns with the protocol mandate to prevent, combat, and eradicate the storage of illicit arms in the regional level. But at the global level, our work resonates with the Arms Trade Treaty and the newly adopted Global Framework for Through-Life Conventional Ammunition Management. The ATT demands rigorous oversight of arms transfer, while the ammunition framework compels us to mitigate risks of diversion and explosion. Pssm operationalizes management, and we are here today to see how this training brings more capacity to our member states. The illicit circulation of small arms is not an abstract trait. It is a daily reality. This weapon enables terrorism, fuel gender-based violence, and destabilize nations. The 2024 Global Peace Index underscores, despite incremental progress in some regions, armed violence continues to erode safety and economic stability worldwide. In Africa alone, if you take the example of Africa, weak stockpile management and overflow from conflict zones perpetuate cycle of insecurity. The lack of sufficient security measures poses challenges for member states, in particular those that face the threat of theft and leakages from the storage facilities, and the problem in relation to secure the chain of custody required to produce valid evidence in court in the context of investigation or for storing size, arms, and ammunition. So as we close this chapter, let us carry forward the lesson that national ownership and continuous improvement as the bedrock of success. The tool you have acquired must ripen through your institution, inspiring reforms and fostering resilience. So let us move forward. Let us march forward, united in purpose and resolve to fight against the proliferation of small arms and light weapons in our region. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. I now invite Secretary General, Ministry of Defense, Austria, Dr. Arnold Kemmel, to make his remarks. Welcome, sir.
Your Excellency, dear Principal Secretary, dear Director of IPSTC, Brigadier General, the Executive Secretary of REXA, Your Excellencies, Generals, Officers, distinguished course participants, ladies and gentlemen. Complex security problems can only be solved through cooperation and multilateralism. The stockpile safety of weapons and ammunition is such a problem that transcends national borders. We are all aware that unsafe stockpile practices not only pose risks to our own communities, but they also threaten global security. It's really a great pleasure and honor to be here today in Nairobi to celebrate a success story together with our partners. The Regional Center on Small Arms, the International Peace Support Training Center, the Humanitarian Peace Support School, and the Bonn International Center for Conflict Studies. I'm especially grateful that you, Your Excellency, have joined us today because this also underlines the significance of this course. As it was mentioned by Colonel Kreins, Austria has been and has proven to be a long-standing and reliable partner in the REXA region. We started our commitment back in 2012 in the framework of the multinational Small Arms and Ammunition Group and took the lead in 2019. But why did we do that as Austria? We are a small country. We're somewhere in the center of Europe, and if you look from the geographical point of view, well, maybe this topic might not be the one that is up on the agenda from an Austrian standpoint. However, we very much believe in multilateralism. We very much believe that the challenges that I mentioned before can only be properly tackled by working together. And finally, Austria, and I'm particularly grateful to my team, to my Austrian comrades here, Colonel Kreins, Colonel Lambalzer, Werner Kernmeier, and all the instructors that are here in the room. We also have the expertise. And bringing the expertise together with the multilateral spirit in order to enhance security and safety in the world, this is one of our key objectives, and this is why we remain committed in carrying out this work, because we believe that by not only carrying out this kind of training, but by establishing networks, we can contribute to an overall security and safety, not just here in the region, but globally. Austria and my team have developed a comprehensive, targeted and adaptable course in line with international standards and best practices. Special attention has been given to the sustainability of the project by establishing a Train the Trainers program. And I think aside of all the theoretical and practical knowledge that you have gained during this last very tough week here, the most important thing, and this is where we can only be somewhat a platform, a facilitator, as the Austrian Ministry of Defense is, that you, among your course comrades, among the course participants, start setting up a network which should help us in properly identifying the problems and challenges that we are facing, sharing the expertise and knowledge, and thus also building up trust, which I think is also necessary not only for this region. I would like to congratulate all for the successful completion of the respective training courses. I would also want to assure you and thank you for the support and commitment that you have learned during this week and in the course of these seminars that have been conducted here. Rest assured that Austria will continue to remain an important role in providing this type of training in the area of stockpile management, physical security, but also in the framework of small arms and light weapons, because we believe that by working together, by training and by also sharing the knowledge and the experience, we can properly work together to address the challenges that the world is facing. So therefore, once again, my heartfelt congratulations to all the course participants here. My big thanks, not just to the Republic of Kenya, but especially to our course partners with whom we have shared this very long success story in conducting this kind of courses. And I'm very much looking forward to engaging with you later on in order to also learn from your experiences. Let's work together to make this world and also this region a safer place. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. I now take this opportunity to invite our Director, International Peace Support Training Center, Brigadier Choi Sitiene, to make a remarks, and thereafter invite our chief guest. Welcome, ma'am.
The Principal Secretary, State Department for Internal Security and National Administration, the Secretary General, Ministry of Defense, Austria, REXA, Executive Secretary, our partners from MSAG, BICC, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It is indeed an honor and privilege for me to welcome you to this very important closing ceremony of the Physical Stockpile, Physical Security and Stockpile Management course. This has been ably organized by the Regional Center on Small Arms in partnership with Bonn International Center for Conflict Studies, Multinational Small Arms and Ammunition Group, and IPSTC under the auspices of the government of Austria, a great partnership, as has been said, that continues to grow and foster peace and security within the region. I wish to extend my deep appreciation to the government of Austria for supporting the efforts to further improve the capacity of participants to access stockpiles and storage infrastructure, implement standard operational procedures, and facilitate more responsible stockpile security and management practices in their respective countries. The Pssm program has been running since 2013 and continues to go very, very strong. Allow me to express my profound gratitude to the entire team of the MSAG, BICC, and REXA that comprise the subject matter experts drawn from different countries, including Austria and our region, for their continuous support in pursuit of peace and security, not only in the region, but also on the continent and beyond. This course continues to remain relevant in peace support operations as it is a source of desired knowledge and skills for best practices in security and stockpile management. Ladies and gentlemen, the secure management of national small arms stockpiles is instrumental in curbing small arms proliferation. Improper management of ammunition stockpiles may pose grave danger to the local population and to those who attempt to use it. These dangers are posing a significant threat to the international and regional arena and are common in our region as it is everywhere else in the world. It is evident that Pssm is a task that mainly has to do with proper organization of location, storage, inventory, and reporting and procedures to be followed when it comes to ammunition management. Prioritization of ammunition safety management and establishment of a system that follows best practices is bound to save numerous lives and reduce injury due to accidental explosions and their consequences. I wish to take this opportunity to once again thank the facilitators most sincerely for guiding our participants through the course and my staff for providing the logistical and technical support necessary to make this course successful. And with these few remarks, it is my humble duty and responsibility to invite the Principal Secretary, Dr. Raymond Omolo, to make his closing remarks and declare this course officially closed. Pssm. Karibu sana.
Asante sana!
So the Director of International Peace Support Training Center, Brigadier Sitine, the Secretary General, Ministry of Defense, Austria, Dr. Arnold, the High Commissioners, representatives from various member states that constitute REXA, the Executive Secretary of REXA, the Director in charge of the Kenya National Focal Point, Senior AIG Jacinta, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Good afternoon. That asante sana must be from Uganda, if I'm not wrong. Can you say it again so that we...
Asante sana!
There is no better way to appreciate all the participants who have undergone a very important course, and we are coming to the end of it, and we really, really appreciate everybody, particularly the instructors and the people from Austria, that you have been running this course for several years, and this region is the better because of that support, because of that engagement, and because of the partnership that we continue to share. Let me also appreciate the team at REXA, led by the Executive Secretary, for the interest in trying to bring the member states together. You came into office sometime last year, and you've been really at the forefront, moving around the country, moving around the region, visiting various ministers, as well as my principal secretary colleagues, just to try to make them appreciate what we are capable of achieving as we work together to keep the region secure and by extension to keep the world secure. So this afternoon, it's an honor for me to address you as part of the closing ceremony of the Regional Physical Security and Stockpile Management course. As a chairperson of the Regional Center on Small Arms Technical Advisory Committee, I am particularly delighted to witness the successful completion of this important training program, which marks the culmination of a series of biannual trainings that began in 2012. First, I would like to extend my heartfelt congratulations to all the participants having completed this one-week training. Your hard work translates directly into a stronger national and regional capacities for managing weapons and ammunition effectively.
Asante sana!
And we all know what is happening in this region. We have a lot of small and light weapons all out because of various challenges on security. We have different levels of conflicts, and we know that if we don't do what we are doing, if we don't build capacities, if we don't train officers like yourself, and if we don't translate the trainings, because as part of this training, we also have trainers of trainers. And the expectation is that we need to translate this when we go back to our respective countries, so that we build a much bigger capacity to be able to manage issues around stockpiles, but also security in general. So this training is not just a personal achievement for each of you, but a significant step forward in our collective efforts to promote peace, security, and stability across the Great Lakes, the Horn of Africa, and the bordering states. A special note of gratitude goes once again to the government of Austria, whose generous funding since 2019 has made this training possible, and your partnership is a huge enabler of our collective efforts to enhance security and stability across our region. Ladies and gentlemen, I trust that this week has been a rewarding experience, rich with opportunities for learning, collaboration, and exchange of expertise in physical security and stockpile management. The expert guidance provided by international instructors and the REXA regional instructors has equipped you with critical skills to strengthen stockpile management in your respective countries. The essence of this training lies in empowering you to implement practical and effective measures. And these measures ensure that weapons and ammunitions are readily available when needed to safeguard the public, while also preventing the risks such as diversion and theft. This is no small task, and your role in achieving this is vital. The proliferation of small arms and light weapons remains a persistent challenge within our region, and these weapons are the preferred tools for trans-regional crimes such as drugs and human trafficking, terrorism, as well as intercommunal conflicts. In Kenya, within the North Rift region, banditry, cattle rustling are worsened by the widespread availability of illicit firearms, leading to civilian casualties as well as displacement of communities. In the broader Horn of Africa and Great Lakes region, post-conflict overflows exacerbate the availability of small arms and light weapons with devastating consequences that have fueled violence, caused death, and injuries, and even destabilized entire nations. The participation of officers from Kenya, Ethiopia, Uganda, Tanzania, Rwanda, Sudan, Eritrea, and South Sudan is therefore a demonstration of our commitment to the regional cooperation and implementation of the Nairobi Protocol for the prevention, control, and reduction of small arms and light weapons, the African Union Silencing the Guns Initiative, and the UN Sustainable Development Goals that seeks to promote peaceful and inclusive societies through a significant reduction in illicit arms flows by 2030, which is barely less than 5 years from today. I want to urge you to take knowledge, the knowledge that you've gained here, and apply it diligently in your various institutions. And I've seen several institutions represented here. In the context of Kenya, we have the Kenya Wildlife Service, we have the National Police Service, we have the Kenya Defense Forces, amongst other various agencies. And I believe the same applies in all the member states that have participated in this training. Once again, I want to commend the organizers, REXA, the International Peace Support Training Center, and the Bonn International Center for Conflict Studies for their dedication and seamless collaboration in ensuring that this training meets its objectives and deliver tangible results. Special thanks once again to the Austrian government for their continued financial support. I am delighted to note that 492 participants and 68 instructors have so far benefited from this course throughout the years. Thank you for your participation and commitment.
Asante sana!
It is now my honor to officially close the March 2025 Regional Physical Security and Stockpile Management Training course. Thank you.
Asante sana! Together, tena!
Asante sana means thank you very much.